What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a new e-bike to review. This is my brand new SENADA ARCHON Plus. This thing is a phenomenal bike. It's very rare that I get a new bike in and I take it out and actually put miles on it before the review. But this one, I love the look, the style, the colors. It was such a nice bike. I had to go out and actually ride it around. I've already put over 5 miles on this bike, and that is rare. So this is one that I really enjoyed, and it's $1,299, guys. Right now it's $200 off. You can get it in 2 colors. You can get it in this contrasting blue and black, or you can also get it with red in place of the blue, and either option is going to be very nice, guys. This thing has a 1200 watt peak rear hub motor right there. It's going to be 1,000 watts steady. And then we've got this 21 speed, which is the only bike that I've ever gotten that has a 21 speed. You have 2 derailleurs back here. Shimano, of course, derailleur guard on the back. You've got the Tourney TZ on the back. There's your gear set in the rear, but you also have a derailleur with how many sprockets? 1, 2, 3 up front. So 7, 14, 21 total speeds out of this thing, guys. You've got dual shifters right here. That one's for the rear derailleur. This one is for the front derailleur. 5'7" to 6'6" is the recommended ride height for this bike. You get a maximum 78 miles of range out of this. Hydraulic brakes. You guys know that I love my hydraulic brakes. 30 mile an hour top speed. I can confirm it definitely does 30 miles an hour. You get a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, and this is IPX6 waterproof, guys. There it is. Beautiful bike. Not much to talk about when it comes to the bike itself. You've got a shelf, cargo shelf on the back. You have a brake light, tail light on the rear. It's got fenders, which is really nice. You've got your headlight up front. A really nice, intuitive screen right here. Color LCD screen. By the way, 5.9 miles, guys, is what I put on this bike. And I did not recharge it, and it's still sitting at a full charge. You've got 5 levels of pedal assist, all the way back down to 0, where you pedal it yourself. You can adjust your rear derailleur all the way up to 7, and of course your front derailleur all the way up from 1 to 3, 3 to 1. The derailleur on the front takes a little getting used to, but this is all very easy to work with and figure out. Power button is right there. You've got a half twist throttle right there, and you've got headlights on. You'll see those headlights come to life right there. They are pretty bright headlights. And then you've got your horn, which is incredibly loud. Adjustable front forks with lockouts, as usual. And my favorite, ergonomic hand grips, guys. I can't tell you how much I love the ergonomic hand grips. The adjustable seat, really nice, comfortable seat. I can say that because I rode the bike, did I mention? Over 5 miles. Yes, so I can tell you for sure the seat is very comfortable and it adjusts quite a bit to your liking. Guys, fat tire bike, rides super comfortable. It is a pretty quick bike as well. And take a look. You can adjust your handlebars. You can bring them in and out. You can bring them up and down. Same thing with your seat. Very simple, guys. Everything about this bike, it was so easy to put together, ready to go. I didn't need instructions, super quick and fun. So why don't we get on this thing? Let's take it out for a ride. Hopefully I got you guys straight there. Let's take her out for a little spin. We'll do a little bit of pedaling. And I'm on pedal assist 5 right now, so this thing's gonna wanna take off like a rocket ship. Very comfortable bike. I've got the tires aired up to about 15 PSI. You guys already know that on gravel and dirt roads, you don't want to have your tires overinflated. It's a bad idea. I have eaten gravel out here before, and it is not pleasant, so I tend to underinflate the tires. Does great on the gravel, however, you're gonna lose some of that economy once you get out on the main road. So it's worth it to me. I don't wanna fall, so underinflating the tires is the way that I go. It is very comfortable, guys. This is a front suspension bike. You guys saw the front forks, but there is no rear suspension, so it's solid. There's no seat suspension on this either. And I'm happy to report that even without a rear suspension, this bike is very comfortable to ride. And listen to that motor. Boy, she'll take off. We're doing about 13 miles an hour right now, riding right into the sun. Not a problem at all on the gravel. In fact, now we're doing 15 miles an hour and it still feels very stable, very solid, comfortable, not an issue. Let's slow it down a little because we're doing almost 20. You guys can probably tell this is really loose gravel. The brakes are phenomenal. I mean, it'll slow you down in a heartbeat. On gravel, you got to be very careful how hard you hit the brakes, especially when you're going at speed. Oh, there's a little snake. Whoa, he was cool. Hold on, I got to get a picture of him. Jessica's going to love this little guy. Oh, let me see if I can get you guys off here real quick and show you this snake. I don't think he's going to hurt anybody. He's probably going to slither off into the wilderness, though. He is super cool, man. What's up, little guy? You never know what you're going to find. And this is another reason I tell people, man, you got to get out. You know, you got to get out, explore, go for a ride. I'm going to get you guys a little closer to him right here. He might try to bite, so I'm going to sit back, take a look at him. Ain't he cool? Look at him, that bright green. Will he try to bite if we get too close? No. He's a friendly little guy. Wow. Go on, get out of the road, man. You're going to get stepped on or run over. Go on. There you go. Get out of here. There you go. Off he goes into the sunset. I know somebody's going to be like, that was mean. Trust me, guys. He doesn't need to be sitting here in that road. All right. You never know what's going to happen when you're out on these rides, man. Let's put you guys back on the mount. And let's continue our little journey here. Had to stop for nature. Wanted to make sure he didn't get run over. He was a beautiful snake. Yes, it'll do a burnout. Okay, in case you're wondering. It's definitely got some torque. We'll take it off-road. That's the one thing I have not done with this bike yet. So I have not taken it off the ground. In fact, I'm a little worried about taking it off-road, to be honest with you. Not because of the bike, but I'm telling you, we got snakes out here, guys, and not only the friendly variety. We got some kind of aggressive, mean ones that will bite. So let me see if we can find a clearing up here. We can kind of jump off real quick. I prefer to be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Maybe right here. I'm wearing shorts today too, so that's probably not the best. Oh, great. This is where I always fall. I always eat gravel here, or dirt. Take your pick. All right, so off-road. Oh yeah, she's a little more bouncy, guys. Definitely a little more bouncy in the rear, no doubt. Rear suspension would come in real handy, but you know, the price of these e-bikes have been dropping drastically lately, which is a good thing because that means more people can actually afford these things now. This bike is handling all of this with serious grace and ease. Let's see how we do up here. Oh, yeah, that, you felt that. Oh, yeah. It's a little rough over here, guys. Like this is some pretty tough terrain. And the bike is eating it up. In fact, I'm barely having to twist on the throttle. I'm taking it really easy on the throttle because this thing would just launch through this and I would ultimately end up launching off of the bike. All right, so far, so good. We're gonna come to a place up here where we get back to the road. Right about here. Let's see if we can climb this little hill, little ditch right here. Up and over. Not bad at all. So, we've done the gravel. We've done the rugged terrain, off-road with dirt and sand and mud and lots of tall grass and uneven terrain. It did great through that, as expected. Big fat tire, knobby tires. This bike does great. But the only thing we haven't really tried yet, or at least you guys haven't gotten to experience it with me, is taking it out on the road. So let's get it out on the street and let's see what her manners are like out on the road. I always like to test to see how the brakes hold on a downward hill like this. This is a pretty steep incline right here. And I'm 220 pounds, 5'11" and a half, and she'll hold, guys. She'll definitely hold. Let's let this car go real quick and we will jump out here. Here we go. Takeoff is pretty decent, not too much torque. Some people are really going to appreciate that. Not everybody wants to hit the throttle and get thrown off of a bike. You know what I mean? So it's definitely not going to jerk you out of your seat when it comes to torque. In fact, let me slow down here. Let's come to a stop. Brakes are relatively quiet on this too. I'm going to jam the throttle full. There we go. I mean, it's got some torque, but nothing crazy. We're going to find out how that torque does going up this big hill up here. Most bikes will tend to cap out around 15, 18 miles an hour. The really good ones will do 20. So we'll find out where this bike stands. By the way, guys, we're already doing over 30 miles an hour, 31, and now we're going downhill. 32, 33. Wow. Yeah, 34. I told you, she will get it. 32. Here we go up the hill. This is the big test right here. 32, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. We held 25 up that hill. That's very impressive. Like, the good bikes will hold 20, maybe 22. Holding 25 with me being 220 pounds, that is impressive. That is, and I can cruise this bike 30 miles an hour all day long. The speed limit out here is 35. So, I mean, I'm already almost doing the speed limit of a car on an electric bike. We're gonna let off the throttle, let her wind down a little bit. I can't wait to see what this battery looks like when we're done, because we started with 5 miles. When we get done, we'll probably have, I don't know, maybe 8, somewhere between 8 and 10 miles on this thing without charging it, and almost exclusively using the throttle. I really should do, let me do a little pedaling. Let's just see. I've already got it pretty much tapped out in the highest gears. 16, 17, see, here we go. And this is the problem I run into with most e-bikes. 20 miles an hour, your pedaling is done, okay? 16 miles an hour, it's what I call phantom pedaling. Some people call it ghost pedaling, whatever you want to call it. Pedaling is great. You know, I'm cruising along, we're good, but as soon as I hit 16, it's like I'm pedaling the wind. Now, thankfully, I can pedal slowly, and the bike still takes off. I am barely pedaling, and I'm doing 27 miles an hour, 28. So it still reads the input from your pedaling. You don't have to sit there and pedal your heart out, but it just feels like you're pedaling the wind, and honestly, I just don't like the way it feels. So once I get above about 16 miles an hour, I just kind of switch over to throttle alone. And that works for me. Everybody's got to find their comfort zone, and you got to get used to these bikes. And for me, just that ghost pedaling doesn't do it for me. I prefer at that point just to hit the throttle and do throttle alone. Hand grips are really nice after riding it for a while. Hand grips feel very secure, very comfortable. The seat, I don't even notice that I'm sitting on it, which is crazy because this is not a very big seat. It's not a humongous seat, but it is a very comfortable seat. Man, this thing just flies down the road. No joke, guys. It gets down the road so easy. You just give it a little twist, and the motor is relatively quiet. In fact, I would almost say that the tires are about as loud as the motor is. Those knobby tires. It is a fairly quiet bike, and the ride quality, it's kind of like a Cadillac. You know what I mean? Not one of the new ones, but like an older couch Cadillac. It is so smooth. This is a bumpy road, guys. It's really not a great road. And the bike handles it with such grace and ease. And again, you got to think about the price point too, guys. $1,200. There was a time not that long ago that $1,200 would not get you a very good e-bike. You know what I mean? And now you can get these amazing e-bikes for so cheap. If there was ever a time to get into an e-bike, it's now, man. It is now. And if you're interested in this one, well, don't worry, guys. I'm going to put a link directly below this video for you so you can try it out for yourself. I think you're going to love it. For $1,200, you're getting a really powerful bike that goes fast. And I don't know about you, but anything that I ride or drive, I really prefer that it's fast. I like the ability to be able to hit the throttle and get a move on if I want to. I don't like to be limited to slow. And this thing, we're going uphill right now, 23.5 miles an hour up a big hill. Here we go, cresting the hill, and we're gonna go right back up to 30. Yeah, here we go. Like it's nothing, man. This bike, this thing just, she gets it. And the brakes are absolutely phenomenal. This has become one of my favorite bikes. It's just so smooth, so comfortable. It gets up to speed effortlessly, even going 35 miles an hour. This bike handles like a rock, man. It is solid. It's not going anywhere. The wheel isn't moving around on me. I'm not shaking and shimmying. And then if you want to hit the brakes from 30, it's still smooth. I mean, smooth as silk. It's a great bike right here, guys. Like I said, this has become one of my favorites. I'm gonna get this thing back to the house. We'll see how many miles we put on it, and we will check the status of the battery, and then we will conclude this video. And just like that, we're back on the gravel again. So, Nick and I have both fallen in love with this bike. Nick and I took turns riding bikes last night, and this is one of the big ones that we swapped out back and forth, and we just could not fault this bike at all, guys. Such a smooth ride, very powerful. It's a great riding experience. No complaints at all. And isn't this shadow just cool? It's like y'all are riding right along with me, you know what I mean? All right, guys. We've really hammered on this thing. I've barely done any pedaling. Most of it is full throttle. We have really put this motor to work today. So why don't we hop off the bike? Let's see where the battery level is at. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm already impressed. I think you guys will be too. And we will get on out of here. And here we are at the end of our ride. And I stand by everything I said earlier. It is just a great bike. Super comfortable, relatively quiet, stable, holds its own on the road, quick, relatively fast at, I mean, you saw us get over 30 miles an hour easily. Top speed, though, is right at 30 miles an hour, guys. Going down hills, you can pick up 35. If it's a steep enough hill, you may even hit 40. But expect around 30 miles an hour top speed. Going up a hill, you're looking at about 25 miles an hour steadily. I mean, it'll do it just every time, guys. This thing is great. You do have brake lights. Hopefully I mentioned that. Brake lights, you've got tail lights, headlights, all that stuff. We have ridden 9.8 miles, so close to 10 miles. And do you see the battery? It's fully charged, guys. I never plugged it in. I swear to you, I did not plug this in. We took it and rode it 5 miles yesterday, put it back in the garage because I didn't want to charge up the battery and then skew the results. So we left the bike unplugged. And here we are 5 more miles later, and it's still a full charge. Now, this thing's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 20% per notch. And guys, again, 220 pounds, 10 miles on this bike. The battery's still fully charged. This is amazing, and that's with tires deflated. That is with running it through all of this, guys. Dirt, sand, mud, grass, gravel, streets, hills. This is one that if you want something that's going to really get you where you got to go, this is great, man. A commuter bike, something for the city would be great. You know, you got a shelf on the back if you want to put, like, I don't know, maybe you're going to do some deliveries in San Francisco or maybe New York City, Manhattan, something like this. I think it'd be a great bike for it. I really do. For off-roading, just trailblazing and stuff. Again, it's an excellent bike for basically whatever you want to do with it. Absolutely love this bike, guys. Very, very big shout out and thank you to SENADA for sending me the Archon. This is an incredible bike. I'm going to put a link below this video. In fact, before I forget, it's called the Archon Plus. Okay, don't forget that. I'm going to put a link below this video. You guys go check it out for yourself if you're interested. I'm telling you, these bikes are all on sale right now. I highly recommend if you've ever wanted to get one, go get one now before the prices go back through the roof again. Thank you again for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.